All right, I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
No other place to be on a Wednesday with the family tree hanging around your boat.
Yeah, man.
Big B, hang around your boat.
Yeah. Just folks, man. That's what's up.
That's right. We say this is a place where you can find all the information, anything on your heart and your mind, anything you want to talk about. We're going to talk about it today, y'all.
I know that's right. Yes, sir.
In the world going backwards, we're moving forward. So
yeah, man.
Glad you joined us today. If you may be somebody that maybe first time you're joining us, hey, share with the information on social media. Tell them that we got a holistic class that we can talk about all kind of stuff that's going on. All right.
That's right.
So
bring us back to the full screen so we can see everybody's occupancy.
Yeah, we're going to come on out for there. I'm going to bring the music down. I'm going to stop sharing. Boom.
All right. Everybody is in the house.
Hey.
You're looking good, Dr. Paul.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. All right. Good to see everybody. And this is, we say, the place where you can find all those holistic health questions here with the tree. And we call it the family tree. If this is the first time you're joining us, the family tree is the place where we gather around the tree because that's the ancient laurel customs, which when we gather around the tree, because guess what? When we gather around the tree, we got solutions and problems solved. And with that, it was a place of prayer. We call them the ancient laurel trees because guess what? That's where we get our social security.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Big B, you got to say it slow, buddy.
That's right. Social security.
You got to say it social.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. That means it's not a check. It's your family.
That's right.
Some of the biggest problems or situation that you have, it starts with you right around your family. And it's usually right around your family that you can solve these problems. So make sure you're on mute. Everybody make sure you're on mute. Everybody make sure you're on mute. Make sure you're on mute.
Yes.
All right. So they're not interrupting. We make sure we're on mute. I got somebody. I'm getting a little feedback from somebody. I'm getting feedback from somebody.
Somebody.
All right. Big B, there is Ron. It's Ron. I got Ron.
Ron DeSant.
Ron, I got him. All right. I want to start off by saying welcome again. If you're somebody that wants to join the conversation, we say any question, concerns, anything on your heart and mind, you want to be a part of the conversation, hey, you can join us. Just go down to your reaction bar at the very bottom. Hit react with the little heart down there, right, Big B?
That's right, buddy.
All right, hit that, and you can raise your hand, and you can get into queue, and you can ask the question, anything that you want to ask for the family. If you're someone that says, well, I don't want to get on camera, but maybe I want to make sure ask the question, put yourself down in the chat box, and Prophetess over there. Let's get Prophetess. Hey,
Yeah. Fingers is in the house. Fingers is in the house, y'all.
The pilot. She's gonna be a pilot soon.
Man,
she's gonna be a pilot. Yes,
a
real pilot. She's gonna fly her own plane.
A real pilot.
I think she's gonna fly over my house, man, because I'm right here at the airport. She's gonna be flying over my house.
Hey, you know what? I could probably see probably doing that. She be flipping all upside down and stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna say, we gotta get you out of here. You're
flipping all the time like this.
All right, and Providence will get your question up to us, and we'll try to answer it. I would say before you ask any questions, look in the chat box because we've covered so many topics.
Yes.
Providence over there is an encyclopedia of information. She'll drop it right down there and tell you exactly where you can get the information. All right. So if you're somebody that may be calling by phone and you're calling in for the very first time, and you may be calling in and saying, hey, I missed the prompt where it actually tells you how to raise your hand. Don't worry. Just let us know that you're calling by phone and then we will get to you. All right. Sounds good. All right. I want to get started. Without a doubt, we got to give the host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan, a hand.
Whoa. Yo, man, what's up, man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing,
Hey, man. Took a little time out to hug my tree and put my foot in the grass today.
There you go, man. You up there? Hey, we got some really good weather. That high that's in our area is sort of staying put right now. We're getting
Yeah.
like summer weather, man. We're
Yeah,
like
man.
70, 80 degrees
Wait,
yesterday.
is that a good thing? I mean,
Yeah,
okay. So I thought I better ask. Is that a good thing?
Well, I would think that everyone be careful. It's about to switch up again. So,
Yeah.
don't, have that extra sweater with you so that you know that you're not going to, think that it's going to be warm. And then next thing you know, it gets cool in the evening. And next thing you
Yeah,
know, you're getting up with a cold. All right. So be careful. All right, Big B, tell us what's going on, buddy. How things
man.
going on in the world? We are watching some things right now. And if you probably have been listening, you probably heard on the world news, there's some things going on with the McDonald's
Man,
hamburgers. We're
please.
going to
Yeah,
talk
buddy.
about that. We're going to talk about that in
Hey,
a second. But Big B, give us our numbers for our virus. We say we're keeping
you
them up
you
with the
got it, man.
viruses because that's
Hey,
something that we can
McDonald
control.
hey, Dr. Perry, Dr. McDonald doesn't know who to blame, the onion or the meat.
Mm, mm,
And not quite
mm.
sure. So they're just trying to just kind of slide left and right. Anyway, let me get started. Coming from our last update was October 12, 2024. And our clinical lab clinical lab numbers are trending sideways at 0.8%. And of course, needless to say, our influenza, that it's still sort of viruses are kind of what they call co-circulating this week, Dr. Paul, all right?
All right.
And our outpatient respiratory illnesses are trending sideways at 2.1%. And of course, our weekly hospitalization rate has now gone back from, it's up a little bit from 0.0 to 0.1 per 100,000. Okay. Then our influence, what we call a pediatric deaths number. It's kind of like sort of like trending right now, kind of holding steady, right?
Okay.
And our mortality, Dr. Paul, is 0.0% trending sideways. That's attributed to death attributed to flu this week, my friend.
All right, so we're doing good. We're still staying.
We're in good shape, man. We're in good shape, buddy.
And that's good information. Now, what's interesting? We're talking about this thing with McDonald's. Everybody heard about what's happening now. Everybody's avoiding McDonald's like
a plague.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that last week, Neitha, where's Neitha? Is Neitha on here?
Yeah, Neitha's here.
Neitha.
Yes, I'm here.
Didn't you talk about onions last week?
I most certainly did.
Yes, you sure did. You sure did. And then what we talk about it, that was the most toxic and bacterial part of any foods is right
yes,
there.
Sir. Yes, sir,
Ain't
buddy.
that something? And now they talking about they call it slithering onions. That's what they call it, slithering onions. But what is it? Raw onions are causing the problem because what does it do? It draws bacteria.
Yes.
So that's the very thing we talked about last week. Isn't that interesting?
All they had to do was listen to us last week, Dr. Ball. They'd have been fine.
All they had to do.
I spread the news.
You spread the news. Yes, you did. And remember, bacteria, don't keep an open onion in your refrigerator.
That's right.
That? Because what does an onion do? It draws. And that's what usually is the culprit. When they come down to it, yeah, the meat's bad because we don't even know what that funny meat is. But we know absolutely what draws bacteria, especially E. coli, is going to be the onions because that's what draws. Remember y'all were little? They used to put onions in your shoes and put it on your chest. Some people say, I put it on my chest. Mama used to put it on the chest. All those things have a lot to do with it drawing. It has the ability to draw. So with that being the case, it's going to be very toxic. If you open the onion and keep it open, you'll see the blackness come into the ring of the onion. That means it's pulling and drawing bacteria. They used to use that as a way of cleansing the air back in ancient times. Got it? Put an onion in there, somebody sick with respiratory issues, it would actually draw the bacteria out of the air. Big D, that's some serious stuff.
No joke, man.
And some people, if they have not had the opportunity to see, but I have, by my husband being a retired chef, seen when they do prepping, they have someone cut up all those onions and they just put them in one of the steel half pans and just put them in the refrigerator and they're open. They're not covered. Yeah, and a lot of restaurants do that.
Yeah. And it's not to say that that's a bad thing about the onion, but you have to understand how the onion works. Got it? Because the onion is also very good for if you take, that's part of the allium family. If you put that in some boiling water, got it? and you boil that down for about 20 minutes, get soft like a ball, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul.
Yipper.
You start to now take that and drink that hot tea. You can declot every artery and vein in your body in 48 hours. You hear me? That means plaque build up. It actually acts as an agitator, shakes that stuff up like a washing machine, breaks it down. So now it breaks up the plaque. If you have someone that's having issues with cholesterol, if you're having someone with having issues with endothelial disruption, which means that congestive heart failure issues, this is something that you can do every day. Get your onion tea. Just understand it. Just don't keep it open in your refrigerator. Got it? All right. Understanding the onion is the key here. It's interesting. We're going to follow this story, Big B, how this thing goes down, because the meat, of course, we know the meat is bad. We know the meat is the meat is really bad, but definitely the problem is definitely probably stemming from the onions. So thank you, Neetha. Appreciate you. You gave us heads up on that one. That was perfect. That was right on time. All right, let's get started. We're going to open up, and to begin this program, we always start with testimonies. I always say a testimony goes a long way.
Yeah, buddy.
Anytime we have a testimony, testimonies go a long way, because testimonies tell us that there's somebody maybe going in a storm, about to go in a storm, or coming out of a storm. We want to be the support for you for whatever and anything that you're going through. And this is important, because with that, we want to be the support for you. Got it? Yes. So that's the key. That you need sometimes in that midnight hour, you need a little encouragement. So we say, if there's anything that you've pulled from not just us, but anything that you've gotten in general about your health, you might have said, I took my blood pressure was a little bit down this time, but I was taking that Big B beet juice.
Look out now. That's what's up.
I was taking that Big B beet. Y'all, I'm plugging him, y'all. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him, y'all. I'm trying to get him. It's the perfect plug for him. He's Big B.
Yeah, man. Yo, buddy.
This is a layup, man. You gotta go with this.
Look, we gotta find us a manufacturer.
Yeah, we gotta get you. I'm glad to talk to you, man.
All right, hey, maybe Karam knows somebody. He just hiding back. He knows somebody.
Karam's way out in the. I thought, is he?
He's there. He's right there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we you on vacation, man? What you doing?
Yeah, Cancun.
Woo! Go ahead, boy. Show me a window out there. Show me a window. You got. He on Cancun.
He's just chilling.
Hold on, let me flip my camera there.
There you go. See that? Look. See, good. I told him.
Looks good. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Nice. All right, be cool out there, man. I was just out there, and I was on the other side. I was on a little bit farther on the Puerto Vallarta side, but that is it's beautiful out there.
Yeah, man. All
right, enjoy yourself, buddy. Enjoy yourself. All right, we're gonna get open. We want to open up the floor. Anyone have any type of testimony that you have? Like we said, we take nothing as short. Everything is a crawl, walk, run. In the process, what you need is help and support. We support you. So blood pressure, maybe say my sugar levels were down this week, whatever. We take it all. So we say, when the floor is officially open, if you have a testimony, anything on your heart and mind you want to share with the family, the floor is open. Big B, let's see. Who do we have, buddy? You have anybody in the chat or
anyone? Wow, man.
Any testimonies at all? Anybody want to share a breakthrough or a testimony that they've experienced? Anybody? Nobody? Okay. All right. Laverne, I think you're on mute. You're on mute, Laverne.
Laverne, you're on mute, Laverne.
All right.
There we go.
Unmuted now.
There you go, Laverne.
Yes, we got you. I
want to thank the Lord. First of all, I'm so glad to be on your show again. I was out for a while with cataract surgery. I'm still under the doctor's care.
Yeah.
In recovery. But I want to thank God that I'm able to see. I went around my house back here in the back and I saw a snake in my yard. and I didn't know what kind of snake it was. It was like 2 feet long, about big as your thumb or 2 fingers put together.
Mhm.
And I could have walked on it and not seen it, not having the cataract surgery. And I thank God how he protected me. I didn't have anything to hit the snake with. So I went to the hardware store and bought me a pitchfork, not a pitchfork, a pick shovel.
Okay.
And a hoe. And it's back there now. But I haven't seen the snake since then. It got away.
That's because you scared him, LeVar.
Yeah, I was scared. And I called the township for animal control, and they said it would cost me $195 to send a truck out to get somebody for them to catch that snake for me. So the snake disappeared. I don't know which way it went, but I can see now where I'm walking.
Yeah, he probably saw them high prices and said, "I'll just get on my way."
Well, I thank the Lord, the good
Thank
Lord.
the Lord. Yeah.
Yeah.
From that snake, and I was praying that snake don't get into my house.
I ain't getting in that,
There you go.
boy.
All right, let's
He's
get
not in yet.
Laverne.
Okay, all right,
Let's
LeVar,
give
great.
Laverne
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that.
Everybody,
Yeah.
Come off mute. Come off mute.
Hey.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right, indeed.
Congratulations on being able to see, Laverne.
That's right. I know that's right. Not everybody can.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Glad the snake got away.
Yes, indeed.
Anybody who's willing to come down, anyone who's willing to come down to help me to catch this snake, you're more than welcome.
You better watch it now. Watch it now. I see.
Ain't gonna be too many takers on the snakes.
I know that's right. He's trying to find somebody to come find that snake for him.
$195. No.
They're gonna have to pay us more.
I know that's right. Hey, Dr. B, we got a question over here on Facebook. Cheryl Robertson wants to know, where do you go? What do you go for lowering my blood sugar? What do you for lowering my blood? What do I have to do?
Okay, all right. And I want to get to that. Definitely, we just want to make sure we got everybody on the testimony line. Everybody good on
anybody
testimonies?
Else?
John want to say a little thing about testimony.
Go ahead, John.
Hey, John. Come on, John. Yep.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Unfortunately, I'm not on that.
Good evening.
First of all, your snake, you don't have to spend a dime for it. If you know what is called bitter cola, it's an African fruit. It's you will see it in any of the African stores. Bitter cola.
Bitter cola. How do you spell that, John?
Bitter is B-I-T-T-E-R.
The last part.
Cola is either spelling C-O-L-A or K-O-L-A.
Okay.
K-O-L-A. Yeah.
K-O-L-A. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful.
Whichever way you spell it, it's bitter cola.
All right, very good. Okay. Let me make sure for those who are on the phone and were not able to.
Either you cut it into pieces, little pieces, or you grate it. It's very difficult because they are small, not to grate.
Okay.
Difficult.
Okay.
And you put it in anywhere you think snake can come in, under your bed or whatever, they will never go there.
All right.
There you go. Take that, John. I got you, buddy.
I know that's right. I know that's right, buddy.
That takes the snake out of your vicinity.
Well, I heard that.
That is one. And the other thing I would like to say is about my own health, how I help myself. At my age, 70, I do 3 miles 3 times a week, jogging.
All right.
A week. Unfortunately, in March, I fell. It was cold. I tripped and fell face down and suffered some hand injury. And my one side of my face a little bit numbed, but it's getting better.
Yeah.
What I do for my health, it could help other people as well. 2 things: ginger, garlic, lemon. If I have either mint leaves or parsley leaf or cilantro leaf, and any one of those three, I will smooth all together in the morning. That's my breakfast.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Great to know.
Nothing like blood sugar, nothing like diabetes. I am as healthy as anything. I saw Dr. Paul about this week or last week, and Dr. Paul can testify to that effect. So I will also recommend anybody who want to do such a thing. It won't cost you that much.
Okay.
Lemon, ginger, garlic. And if you have any of the 3 leaves, mint, parsley, cilantro, you can smooth all of them together. Take a glass of it in the morning before anything. And also, purple onion, Dr. Paul said this for a long time. I have been doing
Yes.
purple onion with ginger, a cup of tea, just chop a little bit of purple onion and also ginger in it. Let it simmer, and then you drink it. That's it.
That's it. That's it, John. That's it. That's it.
That's
I
it.
tell you,
I mean, I do that religiously every time.
And then
Repeat.
it just
is
goes
something
through the
that,
process and the body takes care of itself. Yep, that's right.
so
Everybody come off mute. Y'all better come
Yes,
off
sir.
mute.
That's
for
what's
this brother
up.
right here.
See?
John.
Congratulations for sharing
Yes,
that.
come
Way to
on.
go, John.
Congratulations.
Come on.
Congratulations.
Let's give him a big old
Congratulations,
family tree hug.
It up. Thanks for
Can you repeat that again?
Thank you.
Repeat. Can you
All right.
repeat that again?
Hey, you know what? I don't know if we had a chance to do that. What we'll do, Mark, is that we'll make we'll make sure. Yeah, you'll get it.
Check
Put it
the
in chat.
chat box.
Check the chat box.
Put it in the
box.
chat
Okay.
box. All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right. All right. John, that was a great one, man. That was great. You know, blood pressure has a lot of different things that can happen. You can have endothelial disruption, which means the vessels and the lining of the arteries and veins, which means that you're not having issues with congestive heart failure. That's what the dilators come from.
Yes.
That's the things like the beets, like Big B's beets over there.
Yeah,
also the
buddy.
cayenne pepper, you know, things like the bok choy, the cilantro, you know, all of those things that dilate, celery, you know, arugula, you know, all of these things actually help with that process of opening up those vessels. That's
Right.
and that's with if it's being caused by the vessels. Now you can also have an issue with blood pressure that deals with structural issues. Very much missed on a lot of you know, the spectrums when they test you, because some people have a back problem. Back problem can be a problem. If you have a back problem and you rotating forward, what's the biggest problem? Is these things right here called phones. And what is everybody doing? Everybody's going down like this. With that can cause a issue with T2, T5, usually around that area. If Dr. Lenny comes in, he can break down a little bit better. But what's happening is right in that area, that's where we see upper and lower coronary artery issues. If it becomes really bad, you're going to start to feel the tingling in the fingers, usually the fingertips, usually first 3 up at the top, T2. Bottom 2 at the bottom, that's going to be T5. Got it? Because most people are sitting like this and they're not sitting up in their chair. So I want you to sit up. And if you're someone that has issues where you're sitting always, maybe at your job, you may have a job where you're riding or driving all the time, you have to work on your posture. I always recommend this thing called the hemp vana.
Buddy.
Y'all remember about that hemp vana?
Yeah, buddy.
Mention that hemp vana?
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
On
the draws your back.
Yes, you did.
Yes, the
sir.
hemp vana is an excellent source for keeping your back straight. So
Yes.
it's not just like it's going to be all the time, but it's going to be a reminder to what? To stop slumping. Stop
There you go.
slumping. And if you tighten it enough, it'll keep you in perspective. I remember my son actually wears it all the time because he's always, you know, doing the editing, Big B, on the computer. So he says, I got to keep it on, Doc. He said, Dad, I got to keep it on because if I don't use it, I feel the difference when I don't use it. So you can go right to Walgreens, you can go to Walmart, anywhere, and get it. It's called a hemp HEMP, V as in Victor, ANA.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's the one good piece, and I mean that's a start. Some people may need advanced versions of that, so just keep that in mind. All right, Big B. Next thing I want to say, I want to give a shout out. I got to give a shout out to the NAACP.
Yeah, man.
Yes, we NAACP. We had a great event over the weekend, and it went very well. And they actually gave the brother an award. So I thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yes, and Barbara Williams, and also Maurice Tony Davis, actually the NAAC of Willow Grove, actually gave me an award. So I thank y'all so much. It was a great event. Gave him a speech, man. You know, I had to give the props to all of my, you know, my speech was, I stand on the shoulders of giants. That's what I, and I just tried to name everybody that I'm staying on the soldiers of, Big B. You was one of them, buddy.
Uh-oh, help me out now.
You know, of all the people that have made such an impact on my life, and that those that have, you know, with that process, we're going to keep this thing moving forward, because we say iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
Right?
but it always does.
It means that with that, we pray that everybody is continuously sharing the information, and also we grow together and we learn together. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate the honor. I just want to show y'all one picture. Can I show y'all one picture?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
Can I
You
show
were
you one
looking
picture?
rather spiffy, I must say.
Tell him, Kathy. He real
Thank
fly
you,
tonight, isn't
sweetie. I appreciate y'all. Hold on, let me show you
Indeed, he
this.
was. I saw the picture.
he?
Yeah.
Look at all GQ and stuff.
They had to make me put a suit on. All right, I'm gonna share this to y'all. Here it is. This one picture. I want to share this one with you. Can you see it?
You know I can't stand you.
There
Go ahead
you
with your fly
there
self.
You go. There you go.
Oh,
That's nice, man. See?
We can't see the vest, but it's there.
Yeah, the vest is in there. How you know that? Yes, the vest
Yeah,
is
man.
in
Great
there.
picture, man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
Thank you so
Boy,
much.
he's looking good. I'll tell
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you
Congratulations.
so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, Doc.
Congratulations.
Look out now.
There's the vest.
Congratulations,
There's the
Dr.
vest.
Paul.
There's the
Congratulations.
vest.
Well deserved. Well
Yep.
deserved.
Congratulations.
Yeah, couple
See?
pictures here at
Congratulations,
NAACP.
Dr.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Awesome,
y'all.
Dr. Paul.
Yep.
What is
And
Congrats, Dr.
ND?
Paul. Proud of you.
ND for naturopath doctor. That's what it is. ND.
Oh, okay.
There's the family. That's my of course my wife Lisa.
Beautiful.
That's my crazy cousin. The pepper version of me.
Wow.
And that's my auntie Margaret. Yep, that's my auntie Margaret. She is one of the, of course, the matriarchs of the family, and she was glad there. It was a beautiful time, and we had a great time there. Yeah, it was a great time. So I thank everyone for allowing us to do that. And thanks and shout outs to the NAACP. We got to get more involved, y'all. You know, we got to get more involved. So that's why we want to be more
well
involved.
deserved. Congratulations.
Thank you.
No, most
Thank
definitely.
you so much.
Most definitely.
Appreciate y'all. All right. All right,
Yeah,
Big
buddy.
B. Let's see what we have here, buddy.
All right. First of all, anybody else with any more testimony? I want to make sure we got everybody. Okay.
All right.
Right.
Anybody else? Anybody else have a testimony? Anything? Hey, remember now, here's where I'm going to pull on y'all a little bit, because the biggest problem that I have is that when I sit down with folks and, they come back for their 3-6 month, checkup, and they say, well, my pressure is down. I'm not taking meds no more. I'm like, wait a minute. You got to tell somebody about that.
Yeah.
Because that's really important. It really helps people. And when you're sitting at the front line, which I say the front line, people are really needing that in the middle of the midnight hour when the philosophy of maybe the allopathic system has turned you into saying, you know what, I trust this system. And then they told me there's nothing else we can do. On our side, we say, wait a minute, that's their philosophy. That's allopathic philosophy. Remember, there's 3 levels of understanding. Got it? You got 3 types of science: allopathy, homeopathy, and naturopathy. Got it? So you got to know who you're talking to and who's talking to you. Got it? It really means a difference. It does mean a difference. So when you're doing that, make sure that you're talking to the right person, because when they tell you that's all we can do, that's the end of their philosophy, not all philosophy.
There you
got
go.
it? That's the key. Because who got the number one philosophy, Big B? Who got the Big B?
G-O-D. Big Daddy.
That's right. That's right. Daddy got it.
Yeah, buddy. That's right.
Because Daddy built this system.
Yeah, man. He sure did.
No man can interpret, what God has interpreted. Got it?
That's right.
Like you taking a Rolls Royce, and then you go into a Toyota dealer saying, "Can you fix me?"
Well,
you got me.
Yeah, man. So very true. So very true.
So I want to be encouraging to you that any testimony goes a long way. And guess what? You get a blessing from that.
Yep.
Because the blessings come back to you. We wrap our arms around you. All right. Anybody else have a testimony, anything on your heart before we move forward? All right. If not, Big B, we're going to.
All right, Dr. Paul. I had a question over here on Facebook. Cheryl wanted to know, what do you go for? What do you do for lowering your blood sugar?
All right. Lowering the blood sugar. We say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. You got to make sure, number one, you stay away from concentration. Remember, concentration is the key. Concentration means that you're dehydrated. Usually those issues with all chronic disease across the board, the commonality is everybody is dehydrated, especially the diabetics. Got it? Because you're eating the cakes, the cookies, the pies, all these things that are processed, and they're pulling the moisture out of you.
Right.
The key is to make sure you stay hydrated. Number one, hydrated. Stay away from refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. Those are the things that are pulling the life out of you. You got it? Then after that, there are certain herbs that can help you to regenerate the pancreas. See, what happens is the pancreas starts to shut down because it says, Big B, I'm a turnkey. I'm a turnkey that makes everything happen. But if I turnkey, that means that when you eat food, I create this thing, the liver creates this thing called glucose. And that glucose has to get into the cell, because every cell in your body has 150 trillion cells. But in order for me to get in there, I need my buddy over here, who is the turnkey, which is the pancreas, to make the insulin. That's the turnkey, opens up the cell wall, allows this glucose to get in. So now you got cells that need to be fed, about 150 trillion, who makes up who we are. And you got this glucose, which is energy that has to feed every cell. And then you got this, now pancreas says, I'm going to stop making insulin. So now, if it stops making insulin, you got to say, well, why? What's the $1 million question? Why did the pancreas stop making insulin? Concentration. Everybody say it.
Concentration.
Too dehydrated. Got it? If it's too dehydrated or processed, the body says, I can only break things down as a group, as an organization, as a family. But now if you give me this, these things that are dehydrated, I can't make the proper amount of nutrients with we say chromium, magnesium, and vanadium. Those are the three nutrients that makes the insulin. So what do? I'm going to shut it down. So now I either make a little bit here, a little bit there, maybe not at all. Diabetes. That's diabetes. Got it? That's diabetes. Got it?
Okay.
So now you got all this excess, sugar trying to get into, has no way of getting into the cell. And then that's when you got to pee a lot. You say, man, I got to pee a lot. That's first signs of diabetes. Got it? So what does it mean? It just means stay away from concentration. And then if there's herbs, we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. The herbs we would use would be, I'm going to give you 3 today. Gymnema. Actually, I'm going to give you a few of them. Gymnema, Gymnema. Okay, that's for sugar balance. These are all for sugar balance, sugar control, and sugar cravings. Got it? You got to get a hold of this sugar thing, y'all. You got to get a hold of this thing. They know that you love sugar, so they're going to put any and everything with sugar on top of it. Got it? So Gymnema, the actual long name for that is called Gymnema sylvestre. Got it? S-Y-L, V as in Victor, E-S-T-R-E, sylvestre. Got it? The next one is called genostema. Genostema. Got it? Genostema. Gynstema. Got it? Y'all got it? Okay, genostema.
Can you spell it? I'm sorry. Can you spell it again, please?
Sure. Gynostema. Okay. Next one is Banaba. Banaba.
I don't have none of these herbs.
Banaba.
You don't have none of these. Is that proper to say that?
Yes, not these here too. These you're mentioning, never heard of them.
You never heard of them. You must have been out that day. All right, Banaba. Banaba. Banaba.
Yes.
Okay. Banaba. Okay, that comes from the Philippines, by the way. But it's very much, you can find most of these in some level of capsules or the actual herb itself and teas, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you one more. Bilberry.
Yeah.
Bilberry. Blueberry. Huckleberry. All those are good. Got it? Balances through. And then let me throw one more in there. Bitter melon. Okay, bitter melon. So these are the herbs that have traditionally been used. Not to say if anyone's diagnosed, treat, cure, prevent any disease, food for the soul, but these are the ones that traditionally used to balance that sugar. But what's the main thing we have to do? We have to stay away from what?
Refined sugar, refined salt.
Concentration.
Concentration.
Concentration. Things
And
that are
refined
concentrated.
oils. Dr. Paul, where can we find vanadium? It's hard to find it.
Well, where are you searching? Where are you
On
getting
Google.
it from? You're going on Google?
Yeah.
No, you can find it out there. It's pretty much, it's in a lot of places.
I haven't had success, and the one that I did get, it has derivatives from vanadel sulfate, and I saw a sulfate, I got nervous. So
Well, remember that things like gymnema have natural vanadium in it. So you don't have to go around. Just go with that. Yep. Now there's one called there's a group, there's a website, there's a product called Natural Factors.
Mute yourself, Patricia.
Patricia, mute yourself.
Patricia, mute yourself. Can you get it, Dr. P?
Yeah, I got her.
Right. Thank you. Yes, she's having a personal conversation over there.
All right.
natural what?
Okay, Natural Factors.
That's the name brand?
Natural Factors. Yep, that's the one of it. Okay, who is let me see here. Let me make sure. It's called Natural Factors. Okay, and they have a chromium and vanadium combination. It's about 125 milligrams. Okay, that's a good one. All right, so they're out there, but I always say go back to the original source from where they come, and that's going to be the actual plant itself. So if you go with all those that I just gave you, all those herbs that I just gave you, they have natural versions of vanadium. Yep, they got the natural vanadium, chromium. Yep, they all got it in there. It's already in there. Got it?
Thank you.
And magnesium.
All right.
All right.
Dr. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Paul, since you touched on the pancreas, if a person has a cyst on the pancreas, what would you suggest?
That would be the same protocol right there. You know, of course, we would have to do a one-on-one assessment with them to see where they are. But usually that's where you're looking at. You're looking to do something that's in the line of, it's all what you stay away from right now, y'all. If I were to give you one message, y'all, it's what you gotta stay away from. If you just stay away from the stuff, the body corrects itself 11 times faster than you get sick. That's if you do nothing. That's just staying off the stuff. But we're exposed to all these things, and that's the problem. We're exposed to, the fact that we are living in an environment where there is no mandatory labeling, which is a problem. You go to other countries and they're like, hey, we ain't having that. You gotta tell somebody when you bring something in here, You got to tell somebody.
Yeah,
Not in
buddy.
the
That's
United
right.
States. So this is where our challenge comes. So that means you have to stop. You have to be careful about way you are eating. You got to get away from your taste buds. I know it's hard. It's really hard.
Very hard.
It's very hard because what they'll do is put everything, and they'll put everything with sugar, salt,
No doubt.
refined
Always,
sugar, refined
always.
salt, and a whole lot of grease. And you say, boy, that show was good. And really, it's going to clog up every artery and vein in your body. You got it? So you got to stay away from that stuff. All right, do the best you can.
Okay.
All right, Big B, you have anybody on Facebook over there, buddy?
Let me see. That one came from Facebook. Let me see.
We're going to shout out to our Facebook fam over there.
Yeah, we've got Terry,
live.
Tony Scott on Facebook, Cheryl. And
Tony Scott is over there. That's my cousin.
Yeah, Tony Scott. He's on Facebook.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was talking about bitter cola contains high levels of protein. He mentioned that. Okay. Then you got Phil Washington there. He was just kind of congratulating
Phil
you.
Washington, what's
Yeah,
up,
man.
Phil?
A lot of folk out there.
I saw the judge, Phil.
And Tyrone Smith is over there on Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of folk, but not a lot of our comments, questions. Just saying.
Okay,
Oh,
we just want to make sure
congratulations!
everybody's
All right,
clear. Okay,
you got it, my friend.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Now,
you know what? That was one question earlier from Rose, and she dropped off. Rose, did you get your? I think I just saw her come back. Did you get your question answered? She had her hand up, Dr. Paul.
Okay. Rose, you there?
Rose, you still there? Maybe she went out.
Maybe she's not. Okay, let me just do something real quick. I want to do something real quick. You know, I want to do this segment, you know, and excuse the way I approach this. But this one's called Funky Underarms.
Uh-oh. I got my arms down, Dr. Paul. For a minute.
I want to call this one Funky Underarms.
Oh, my.
Some people are saying, you know, the BO is getting out of control, you know, and what is it that I'm experiencing where I have this BO? You know, this is like, I'm looking at some of the notes that are coming in. You know, they have BO, you know, the body odor. And I'm going to tell you, yes, it means you need a detox. You need a detox. But it can be a large part based on what clothes you are wearing. Yes, absolutely. Has a lot to do with the clothes you're wearing. I don't know if y'all remember, I did this thing on signature frequencies of clothing.
You know, you did that, Paul. Yes, you did.
A thing on signature of frequencies of clothing, and that certain clothes in your body resonate a certain frequency, and some of them block the ability for you to detox.
Oh, wow.
So what you are experiencing when you have that body odor has everything to do with the fact that you are generating the perfect environment for bacteria to grow.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Now that's deep, Dr. Paul.
Yeah, I know,
that's deep, man.
It's the BO, man. You got it. When you have that BO, I want you to do this. I want you to say, well, what did I wear that day? And it's usually one of these. Let me give you the breakdown again. If you missed that program, I want to just go over the certain ones.
Yeah, please do, because I may think I'm flying. I may not be flying. My fly may be making me, as you call them, funky clothes.
No, I said funky underarms.
Okay, all right. Help a brother out then, Dr. P.
Yeah. All right. So I want to give you the frequency that lets you know. Any signature frequencies of the body, 100 is best. Got it? I want to set the frequency right there. So when you're maximizing and you're moving at your best, your very best, your frequency is at 100. 100. Got it? Got it. All right. Now, I want to give you a list of those that give you the funkiest underarms. Got it? Y'all hear me? Is this mic on, Big B?
No. Look, I hear you. I'm trying to hide because I don't even know if I can take
it. All right. So if you got funky underarms, we may have to name this one Funky Underarms.
Oh my.
All right. because it becomes a problem because some people say they got body odor that's really bad. But guess what? You can correct this problem.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
based on the clothes you're wearing. So if 100 is the best, the first thing, let me give you a list of those that are not good. All right. First one would be polyester.
Okay.
Out of 0 out of 100, got it? 100 being best, guess where polyester is? 0.
Zero.
Zero. It's a 0.
Oh,
Got
wow.
it? Mm-hmm. Which means that has no frequency, no vibration. It's dead. You're putting stuff on you that's pulling your energy. It'll make you tired. When 0 frequency, it's going to draw energy from you. It's going to pull energy from you. Got it?
Wow.
That's
Wow.
polyester. What was that? Somebody said something?
It holds funk.
Yep, holds funk. That's what I said. Funky underarms.
Wow.
All right, the
My.
next one, I want y'all to write these down because this is important. The next one is acrylic. Acrylic. Yep. Yep. Holds that funkiness under there. Yep. Third one is spandex.
Uh-oh. Come on, lady.
Oh,
now.
boy. Uh-oh.
I don't know if I should say that, but watch out, ladies.
Yep.
They're trying all these exercise things are trying to get you away.
Next one is lycra.
Oh.
Yes, lycra. That's right.
What's the frequency on these?
0. They're all 0. That is correct. All right. Nylon. 0. You got it?
My.
Got it? All right. Now, artificial silk is called viscose or viscose. You've heard of that, right? That's not totally organic, but it's considered what they call artificial silk. That's close to 0. Got it? That's actually around, it's very close to 0 because they sort of mix it. It's called artificial silk. Okay. Next one is nylon. Okay, nylon is 0. Rayon is 15. Rayon is 15. Silk. Well, you think that's silk because they say, well, silk is that's actually real, right? That's supposed to be natural, right? Yeah, but it's a 10. Got it? Silk is a 10. Remember, these are 0 out of 100, 100 being the best. Now, I'm going to give you some good ones now. Organic cotton. Organic cotton. Did you know that organic cotton is 100%?
Wow, okay.
That is it. And it's also in the tune with the human body. Is organic cotton. That's 100% hot. Got it? Next one
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yep. Now, here is some that will blow your mind. Remember, I told you 100 is the best, right? I told you 100 is the best.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I want you to write these down. Linen, wool, and hemp, H-E-M-P. Guess what?
5,000.
5,000.
Shut up. Go ahead with your bad self. 5,000.
5,000. Out of 100 is 5,000.
Wow.
You got it? It grounds your body to a certain charge where you start to clear out a lot of negativity. Now, the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to mix the linen, the wool, or the hemp together, because then you would cancel it out. Got it?
Okay,
Never
makes
mix
sense. That
them
makes
together.
sense.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
You see some cloth that may be mixed with linen and wool or wool and hemp, things like that. Don't do that. Got it? They cancel each other out.
I'm sorry, which fabrics are that? Are you saying cotton, linen, and wool? Or just
Linen, linen, wool, and hemp are 5,000.
Oh, all 3 of them are 5,000.
Yeah, all 3 of those are 5,000. Sometimes they'll even call it sackcloth.
Yes.
You know, like if you're talking about biblical folks, you're saying sackcloth, or some that falls in the line of goat hair, things like that. Yep. So that's organic. Cotton is 100 though. Okay. Now, those are the frequencies that we have to look at. So when you are having body odor or things like that, start to look at, number one, what clothes am I wearing? You got it? Because they will cause the body to now not be able to release properly. And it becomes the perfect environment for, the bacteria or fungus in this case to grow. Got it? So that's why it's important. So hopefully that helps somebody, because somebody was texting me on like, what do I do with BO? I said, let me go over that one more time. I gave that out a while ago with frequency and clothing.
Thank you.
So hopefully everybody got that. All right. And Providence, you got that right in the chat box down there. So we should be good.
I haven't gotten it in the chat box yet, but I'm getting it.
You're working it. Okay. All right.
I can see the sparks. Her fingers is working, Dr. P.
Her fingers is working.
Her fingers are working. I didn't see the spark to it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Big B, give me some numbers here. Who do we have next?
Okay, we got Karen up in the corner. Then we'll come back to one question about cryotherapy.
Okay.
Karen, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, good evening, everyone. Dr. Paul, African mango. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so can you mention what that's for and elaborate?
Well, remember, these are cooling fruits. They're all cooling. So if there's anything that they do, the number one thing, any fruits like that are cooling, they're high in vitamin C, rich in vitamin C. So mango itself is one of the best things. And remember, the vitamin C is the one that cleans up the environment which all cells live in. So they're very much antioxidant, have properties. Got it? So that's what makes them so well, and they function so well with the ability for you to, number one, balance blood pressure, also clean the blood, they're blood cleansers, but also it raises the electrolyte level of the body, so it brings you life. Now, they're best taken in the morning, okay, because remember, we say fruit in the morning, vegetables in the afternoon and evening. Got it? Yes. So it's a great get up in the morning fruit to keep things, get your body in the right state. And it's also very good for balancing things like diabetes, because they told you to stay away from fruit if you're diabetic. But this is high in what's called fructose, which is fruit-based sugar, which is filled with minerals and sugar. Got it? Which balances out the pancreas, which regenerates the pancreas, high in magnesium, high in vanadium, high in chromium. So it helps to deal with issues with diabetes. How about? All right.
Okay. The reason why I asked is because if it will assist in flattening the stomach, that was the reason why I was asking. If it's supposed to help flatten the stomach.
Well, flattening the stomach happens when you start to balance the enzyme. When you balance the enzyme factor. And when you start to balance, because a lot of bloating happens a lot because of malabsorption. You're not assimilating your nutrients. That's the villi that's in the gut. Their job is to take the nutrients out of food and bring it into you. So if happens, some people are having issues based on things that they're eating, things like the oatmeals, the things like the refined sugar, refined salt, all that thick, creamy, things that pour slow, that stuff blocks you up. So that's why if you look at something like a fruit, like this particular one, the African mango, it goes in and starts to deal directly with the villi. So you're assimilating it, you're getting it. That's the difference.
Okay, now I saw it in capsule form. I haven't actually found the actual African mango fruit, at least yet, but it started with me seeing it in capsule form. So I just figured I'd ask you about it first before I do anything.
Sure. Now, the fact that it's from Africa is the beneficial factor because it has exposure to what? The sun. Got it? The fact that the sun, when it's closer to the equator, has more nutrients, more energy. So when you take that one, it's going to have a more potency because of where it grows. The sun has more effect in the soil. Got it? So it's less exposure to chemicals, pesticides, things like that. So it's going to have a bigger and it's greater nutrition when it comes to energy. Yeah, because it's by closer to the equator.
Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
All right,
All right, you got it,
See you
Cam. Thanks,
guys
buddy.
next week.
All right, man. Hey, have fun. Be safe coming back home.
All right, thank you. Peace out.
All right,
buddy.
bro. Thank you, bro.
All right.
Be safe
Okay.
on there, brother. Be safe.
All right, thank you.
And come back with a flat stomach.
Well,
he ready to go party. He ain't
I know.
got
That's why I
he
said.
he ready to go party. He like, I'll see y'all later, y'all. See y'all later.
All right, buddy. All right. Be safe.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Dr. Paul. Before we go to Marie, there's one question. What can help prevent rickets in young children? My son is 1 years of age.
Yeah, you know,
That's
that's
Sherry,
sort of
coming
like
from
that
Sherry.
sort of brings its you know, back in the day. Y'all remember rickets, right?
Yeah, that was a tough one, man.
You know, it's
Vitamin D.
Yep. It's vitamin D, but it's also a lot of other things that's going on. You know, when we talking about rickets, you know, soft bones, you know, the fact that the bones that's when you see the bow legs, things like that.
Right, exactly.
You know, so we have to, number one, start to go back to vitamin D, of course. But also, I always tell folks that, you know, when you're doing vitamin D, we assimilate is how you get it in. Got it?
Yes,
So not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Understand, number one, that you're living in the northern hemisphere.
Right.
So that means that you're not getting all the proper sun that you're supposed to. So everybody said, oh, well, they told me I got vitamin D deficiencies. Okay, we all probably do because we're living in the northern hemisphere, right? Well, here's some things that you have to take in consideration. Number one, you try to get the good sun first thing in the morning.
In the morning, yes.
Got it? Remember we talked about that early morning sunlight, which happens between sun up, got it? Till about 9, maybe 10 o'clock. Okay. Somewhere between 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's that special blue light. That's only living up here in the northern hemisphere. If you're down in Florida, places like that, you got a different energy. You got a different spectrum. I'm just talking about up here in the north, in like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New York, you know, Maine, places up here. So we are getting not that direct sunlight. So we need to get out early in the morning. So if you're somebody that has vitamin D deficiencies, you need to get that sun in the morning. That's number one. The seasonal change happens with right around now. We're looking at, we say traditionally what's used. I can only give you the traditional numbers. Fall and winter is 10,000 IUs or more. Got it? 10,000 or more. Spring and summer is about 5,000. I suggest you use the drops, which there's a good company called Blue Bonnet that has them, and you just drop it right under the tongue. Got it? Okay. Now, vitamin D3 can be a problem for someone who has issues with their liver. If you have a toxic liver, it's going to be hard for you to break that down because vitamin D3 is a common, we call that cholecalciferol, which means that has a little problem. If your liver has a little problem processing, that's a combination of lanolin, which comes from the sheep, and also essential oils. Got it? So sometimes that needs to be broken down, but if you already have a liver problem, liver has a problem with the oils. So I would say D2 for you. Got it? D2 is what usually would do. All right. D2 comes from plant-based. That's called ergocalciferol. Now you got cholecalciferol, ergocalciferol, which is plant-based, which comes from a lot of things like plants, things like mushrooms, things like that. I would always drive it with what's called boron. Boron, B-O-R-O-N. Okay, boron is a nutrient that you can take, and this helps with the assimilation process of the vitamin D. Got boron. Now, boron, in some cases, you can buy, it's a trace mineral, so you can probably take it and it'll help you to absorb but you can get one that I really highly recommend. It's called triple boron. Triple boron. Got it? And what it does, it helps the cell walls, and it actually helps you with your assimilation. It sort of delivers the vitamin D in the right space. You got me? Y'all follow me on that one? So when this is the perfect time, we're going into the fall. We're in the fall. Now going into the winter, you need to start to grab that vitamin D, add that triple boron with it. That'll help you raise those levels. Okay? All right. That's Big B. That's it.
Buddy, then up in the corner here, let's go up to Marie. Marie Ward, you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, go right ahead.
Good evening, everybody, and congratulations, Dr. Paul.
Thank you, Marie. Appreciate you.
I had some blood work done, and my creatinine is a little high.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to know what I can do for that. That has to do with my kidneys.
That is correct. That is correct. Concentration goes back to concentration. You know, you have to start, you know, make sure your water's on point. Got it? And make sure that you're staying away from concentration.
Haraya, mute yourself, Haraya.
Haraya. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. All right. And really, it goes back to concentration. You got to watch something usually. You know what I'd usually do? I'll say, what do you like a lot of?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like a lot of?
Cookies.
I heard that. I heard that, Marie.
Marie, that was quick too. So you definitely know.
She just told the truth. That's all.
I'm gonna tell it to it.
Honest.
That's right. So you want to watch the cookies, okay? If you're gonna do cookies, I mean, there's healthier cookies out there, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's healthier cookies that are unrefined. You know, if you go to Whole Foods or Mom's, a place like that, they have unrefined sugars that use with the cookies. You know, or if you make your own, use your unrefined. Yeah, that'll help you. That'll help you in the process. You know, but that refined sugar, let me tell you, they are bioengineering in the bakery section.
Yeah, buddy. For real.
I was rolling through there the other day. I said, let me see what they got over here.
Big time.
And I'm looking in the bakery section. They got all kind of made with bioengineering ingredients.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that, Dr. Paul, with those snacks and those cookies, you got to look because it's written way on the bottom.
Yes, it is.
Or maybe the one she's eating, I'm almost certain they're bioengineered.
You know what's interesting also? It's like, wait a minute. It's so prevalent in so many products now. You would think that somebody would have went on the news and said, you know, y'all got to watch out for this, or at least read, or nobody ever mentioned this. It started in 2023. So we've been inside about a year or two now, going on 2 years, and nobody's talked about the bioengineering. You know, what's going on? Nobody's talking about this. Nobody, that should have been on the main news.
Yep.
But it's every manufacturing now starting to say, all right, we're bioengineering. And matter of fact, that's where all the oils are having a problem. Do you know that the canola oil, the corn oil, the vegetable oil, and the peanut oil,
big time now,
the saturation issue is that when they went to all the manufacturers, they all said they're using genetically modified crops.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them. The Mazola, the Crisco, all of them, they're using genetically modified crops. So you're wondering why you have a statin. That's why. It's gunking up your liver. It can't go nowhere because the body's like, I don't even know what this is. This thing is just shutting me down. Got it? So you gotta watch those oils. Sunflower is good. Unrefined sunflowers, safflower, grapeseed, avocado. Remember, what you're looking for is unrefined. If you don't see unrefined on the label, you want to look for what's either says first cold press or expeller press.
Yes.
Those are what you look for. Those are the key words. Got it, family?
And you know, Dr. Paul, I love Patty, but I had to leave Patty Pies alone because they all have bioengineered.
I know. When I talk to Patty next, I'm going to say, Patty, what you doing, girl? Come on now.
Give us a break.
Yeah, I got
break,
it.
y'all.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Thank you.
All right,
All
thank you.
right. All right, Dr. P, we got up next Yupenda. And then Conado. Yupenda?
Hey,
You there?
Yupenda.
I'm here.
All
Hi,
right.
hi everybody.
How you
Hello.
doing? How you
Hi, how are
doing?
you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just had a really quick question, and it's I'm
Important
about to say
question.
it's probably stupid, but it's not really
Important
stupid.
question.
No
No
such
quick
thing as a
question.
stupid
There's no
question.
such quick
No
Never.
quick one and no stupid
Yeah.
ones.
I am transitioning to be a vegetarian,
Okay.
and which is great because I'm losing weight. But anyway, so I wanted to do the cleanse, right? But again, I'm eating less than I usually do. And I already take on a lot of herbs every day. I do my green drink, and in my green drink, I do the chlorella, I do the uh the gymnema, I do the rose cliff, red rose, sorry, red rose leaf. And what else do we do? The what is it?
Sea
The
buckthorn? Sea
yes.
buckthorn?
I do the sea buckthorn, and there's one more that I put in my drink also. The one we take the pill we take all the time. Anyway, it's a lot of pills that I'm taking already. Burdock root. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
And so what I was thinking was, should I do my green drink? Of course, yes, but the extras, should I stop while I'm doing the cleansing, or can I still do like all of it together? Is it too much?
The cleansing, you may want to stagger as far as when you take it. Okay, so you would take your primary herbs, which you're doing the primary, which you've always been doing, and you may want to stagger just the colon cleanse, or were you doing a colon cleanse? You said.
Yes, I wanted to do the parasite and the parasite and the colon. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so you start with the colon first, then you follow with the parasite. Got it? So you cleanse, then sweep. Okay, so what you want to do is just remember the goal is what's called the desired result. Okay, desired result means that when I eat soon after, I eliminate. Got it? So if that's going well, then you're good. Those herbs that you're taking on your primary level is working well.
Oh yeah, they're working real well. I was just doing it because you said every season.
Right. So everyone, but if you're taking certain herbs that you're constantly cleansing, you're doing it on a regular basis. You got it? Okay. So remember, the desired result is what our main goal is. The main goal is if I eat soon after I eliminate. When people eat and soon after they say, well, I only go one time a day, that's a problem. You got it? So if you're doing that, you're in good space. You're in good space.
Okay.
So you just keep doing what you're doing, but let that be your barometer of health. Okay. When you know that if I eat soon after I'm eliminating, now if that becomes a problem, then you got to need to take the colon cleanse. Got it?
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, you got it. All right, Conado, you there?
Hey, good evening. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. I want to say also congrats to Dr. Ball on his award and also looking sharp as well.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
This is not for me, but this one is for my father. First off, he suffered herniated disc at a young age, and somehow it came back to him in a way that the part is flattened like a pancake or like a donut that is been bothering for a while. So for the past 3 years, he felt pins and needles on his back. His right foot was frozen, functioning slowly longer than 4 years, and his middle finger has been an issue for a few months. Issue towards the herniated disc, what might have been connected to it. I was with him today, and I found out that it wasn't his index finger. It was more of a certain joint inside of it that was below the index finger, between the knuckles, that was the issue. He said that he was tired taking the medications. His cardiologist said that his blood pressure is low and he's confused on that issue. They also mentioned that he's anemic, but he said everything is fine with him, but it's just those issues that he's still trying to overcome with. And I was wondering what what is the resolve in trying to work out those situations, especially herniated disc? What's a best herb that can at least not become too much of a reaction to his system, like having a lot of itchiness due to the back problems or
Right,
a
right.
frozenness from the legs that's functioning slowly than properly?
Right. Now, did he have a rupture from the disc? Did they ever say it was a rupture of the herniated disc?
I believe so. He mentioned it was ruptured because based on him from heavy lifting. So it might have been a rupture at the time that wasn't severe. Creeping up years later, it came back.
Yeah, see, a herniated disc, when you rupture it, that's when it's like a jelly inside of that area. It starts to leak out. And it starts like flattened like a tire. You got it?
Yeah.
Now the nerves sit on that area. So that can cause a lot of pain. You know, sometimes you'll see it in the back, thighs, calf, down to the foot. You know, sharp pains going through the hip bone, down the back of the legs. It's got a lot of pain with that. You know, so it's a lot of issues with that. Now, one thing that we try to do is immediately you got to start to take the strain off the spine. Got it? So things like to relieve direct pain would be like ice. Okay, that's the nerve that deadens the nerve. Okay.
Okay.
Now, muscles that help to regenerate to support to build up the muscle around that area on the back, we use heat. Got it? Now, with some of the things, I do recommend getting a chiropractor to evaluate the situation because everybody's situation is going to be different. So that would be my first recommendation is to see a chiropractor. Okay? Because the chiropractors are going to be able to see where it is, what muscles that support that area, and if they need to be strengthened, how to strengthen it. So they'll give them exercises. But at the same time, show them how to relieve pain. You know, how to relieve pain. So sometimes you do an electrolysis, which is an electric stimulation or some kind of, like I said, ice or something that based on their situation, they can actually help to reduce that pain. And really, we kind of take it as let's see what the body does. Now, I can say this. He has to increase the bone density, has to eat right, stay off of certain foods. Absolutely get your water right because that gel that's in that area that may have been ruptured has a lot of water in it. Got it? Has a lot of water. So the water has to be spot on. Whenever healing happens with the body, you got to get your right water.
Okay.
Is he drinking good water?
He is, but the thing is, he's using that Brita type of water, and he's been using it for a very, very long time. I
Yeah,
don't think
man.
he does change
No. If you're in Philadelphia, is he in Philadelphia?
Yeah, he's around Shelton Avenue area.
Yeah, y'all got to remember, Philadelphia has some of the worst.
worst
We have some
water.
of the worst water outside of Flint, Michigan.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they found 56 traces of pharmaceutical drugs in our water. It's the only place you're going to find in the Delaware Valley, Philly, Delaware, New Jersey. They call land of eds and meds, which there's a lot of dumping going on. Got it? Not only that, but remember when everybody's phone lit up when all that thing happened in Philly with the Amber Alert?
Yeah, man.
Remember, everybody's phone went off and said, "Don't drink the water," and everybody was running around. Oh man, it's the water apocalypse! Everybody got big time shopping carts full of water. Well, what happened was 2 or 3 days later, the Inquirer came out and said, "Well, there's an acceptable rate of dumping in the Schuylkill."
I don't think so.
Interesting. Acceptable rate. My question is, number one, what's acceptable rate? You know. And who was at that meeting?
Okay.
Who was at that meeting?
Okay.
You know, what has become acceptable when it comes to toxic and poison? There is no acceptable rate. So you can't do something. If you took 56 traces of pharmaceutical drugs, got through commercial filtering, what do you think that little Britter is going to do?
Well,
Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. So that's why I would beg the different, get off of that water. Don't cook with it. Don't make your ice with it. Got it?
Okay.
Those are the two things. And then, bring him in for an assessment. I can help him out, get his food and his diet together. But he's got to get that pH under control. Okay?
Okay.
That's the key. That's the key. All right,
Dr. Paul, just a
Thank
little
you.
bit advice. Those who are in need of a refrigerator, don't buy the one with the ice maker.
Yeah, you're wasting your money in Philly. You're wasting your money in Philly. You are wasting your money. You so right. I went to buy a refrigerator, and the guy was like, "Hey, man, this is real nice." I said, "Not here."
Huh. Okay. For real now.
I said, "Just give me 2 big old doors and the bottom. I'm good."
You know, right? Yep.
All right,
All right.
good stuff. Good stuff,
All right.
Kwaku.
Thank you.
Kwaku.
Thank you,
Appreciate
buddy.
you, buddy. All right.
All right.
All right, just for our information, Dr. Lenny's information is in the chat, guys. So anybody who's looking for a good chiropractor, that info is in the chat. Probably make sure that it got there. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, what do you do about how to heal a growing pull, Dr. Paul? Then we go up to Yvette. That comes
growing pull. Oh,
Anthony wants to know how do I deal with that?
No, man. You know what? I'm Big B. I'm still nursing mine.
Yo, man, I know what you're talking about.
I'm hurting over here, y'all, because I pulled my quadratus lumborum, which is actually the QL.
That even sounds nasty, doesn't it, Rick? That sounds ouch.
Yes, and I found out that I was over. I went out one day, felt good, and I overdid it. That's right.
Yes.
And I strained that. That's the largest muscle in your back. That
man. That big
stabilizes. It stabilizes the lower lumbar.
Yeah.
The spine. So if you throw that out, it sort of now doesn't have the support. So it now makes your hips sort of like,
jack off.
Feel like you feel like you walking crooked.
Yep.
And I mean, it is hard to sleep. It's hard to find the position, to lay on the side. Everywhere it's painful because it controls so much, and it goes down to the hip bone. So all of this stuff, groin, the groin actually can happen too. Also, with that, you have to use things like this is what I would use for the groin, just like what I'm doing. I would use wintergreen. The alcohols that are wintergreen, because it soothes the muscle, it cools the muscle. So the wintergreens, also any of the things that use heat. Heat is the best way for healing muscle. Okay, so healing, but don't do it too long, just a little bit at a time, because it still needs to cool. So it keeps cool. And that's the best way you can do it. It's got to heal, because the very small fibers of the muscle are tearing. And when they tear, that's why in football, it's the hardest injury to heal from.
Right. I know that's right.
You tear, oh man, they just need time to heal. That means stay off of them. That's the best thing.
And that's the hardest thing to do.
That's the hardest thing to do, because they're hard to heal. Because you got to get up and move around. You got to move around.
Yep.
They're just hard to heal. So things that for muscles would be potassium, of course, magnesium, things that will help to, see doctor diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Things like MSM help with that. Okay, MSM. Okay, alfalfa is a very good one for bone, joints. Also, comfrey. These are herbs that are initially used for regenerating that area. Comfrey cream is good. Okay. Comfrey cream is very good. That helps. And also taking comfrey teas. Yeah. Comfrey, COMFREY.
Right.
I'm sorry, Dr. Paul. Are we still talking about the groin pull?
Yep. This is groin. This is all of it. All the above. Yep. Everything that we said, even if it's the QL or any of that, what muscles, bones, joints, connective tissue, all of that. This is good for all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's just
painful. I have MSM, alfalfa, and comfrey cream. Did I miss something?
Comfrey herb, just the herb. If you take the tea itself, or you can also do comfrey wraps. Sometimes you can do a comfrey wrap. So you take the herb itself and the comfrey, you would steep the tea, you would boil some water, crystal geyser water, and boil it. Take the herb, get about 5 tablespoons of the herb, get a nice big steeper or strainer, steep that for about 15 minutes, get it nice and hot, take it out, let it soak for a little bit. When it gets nice to where you can handle it, take a white towel, no dyes, got it? White towel. You soak that towel in there. You know, when you're able to handle it, pull it out and wrap it right around that area. And it'll push it right into that area part of the body, in that groin area or wherever you have it that you're trying to nurse back. Okay.
And you said the magnesium and potassium and alfalfa.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, all good stuff. All good stuff. You try to just kid and just stay off it as much as you can. You got to give yourself a rest. It's only going to happen with rest and relaxation. You got to do it. Okay.
All right. Is that it, Yvette? All right. Then Vaughn, we're up next. Vaughn, you there?
Hello?
Yes, you there, Yvette?
Yeah, hi, everybody.
Okay.
Hey, Yvette, what's going on?
I wanted to find out, congratulations with your NAACP award.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I'm just excited about your success in life. When I was in Madrid, Spain for 1 month, I was in the best health, I thought. I came back, like that sun was so healing. It was extremely hot, but healing. My hair texture improved. There was no shedding. My nails grew so long. I've never seen them that long in my life. So now I'm back in the US, right? And my life has changed.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite now. My hair shedding, my nails are breaking off, and I don't know what the problem is.
It's America.
Yeah, you're eating the food in America.
You're eating the food in America.
The food is different over there.
Yeah. So yes. Even the plants, like the salads, the chlorophyll looked like the plants were greener, like in the salads. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this changed now. And I don't know what.
Well, remember, you're not closer to the sun now.
Right.
Remember, when you were down there, you were close to the sun.
Okay.
And when you're closer to the sun there, now that's the hottest place on the planet, but that means all the nutrients in the foods that you're eating, including the water, is going to be that much more nutritious.
Yes.
So you're getting an explosion of energy that your body's getting. It's like even the light that you're getting there is all day. You remember I just mentioned we get that blue light only in the morning from like sunrise to about 10 o'clock. Well, you get it all day long over there.
Correct. Okay.
So you feel like, I don't even want to go inside. I want to stay out here all night. And you just feel like every bit is re-energizing you. Now, that's the same thing. Think about that with the fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are saying the same thing. It's regenerating, it's giving life force, and it's feeding everything. So that when you eat that, like a mango, like we just talked to Karen about the mangoes, right?
Yeah, the African mango.
The mangoes in Africa versus the mangoes up here, night and day. They ain't even close.
So I need to take another trip to Spain to get my life. It's like the fountain of youth out there.
That's the move.
Well.
Yeah. In 2 weeks, I'll let you know.
Well, why don't you take us too?
Yeah.
Oh, you can come. I would love to take you.
Let me ask y'all, if I were to do a retreat, who would want to go? Who would retreat?
Absolutely, I'd be there.
I want to plan the trip. I'm a travel advisor, Dr. Paul.
Yay. All right, I might do a
Paul,
trip.
can I plan your retreat?
Yeah.
I'm a travel advisor.
Depending on where it is.
Yeah, depends on where it is, right?
I trust you.
If you go to Spain, I will be your translator.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome because we would do a holistic health set, of course, and we're going to have the best food, and it's going to be the best feed from wherever we go. It's going to be awesome.
All right, good. That's great.
I'm ready.
All right. That's it.
And one other question.
Okay.
I have a worker who has an open thyroid, and she said, I don't know what that means, but she said she has an open thyroid, and every time COVID hits, she gets it. So it's something about her thyroid that stays open. Or
Okay.
what
Well,
can she do to heal that naturally?
yeah, well, when you're talking about thyroid is number one, weight, temperature, and pressure issues. Okay. The balance of weight, temperature, and pressure. So whenever there's issues or imbalances of any kind, whether it's moving too fast or too slow, hypothyroidism, it all comes back to, number one, that's the voltage regulator of the body. Got it? The voltage. So if you're exposed to certain things that, during change of seasons, has a lot to do with your food. It's your immune system. So she has to, number one, get on a good plan for food, understanding where her energy is, understanding where the pH is, staying away from certain food. It is all about that food to stay away from, y'all. I can't take it no more. It is the stuff, if you just stay away from it, your body has a better chance of recovering. But the problem is they got us by the taste buds. They got us. They said we got them. All we got to do is throw a whole lot of sugar, whole lot of salt, and a whole lot of grease.
And that's the truth now.
And we got them. And they know this. That's why we got to stay away from that stuff. So the imbalance of that thyroid has a lot to do with weight, temperature, and pressure. Okay. So, you know what I was mentioning to the women? I don't know if we mentioned this before, but I want you to start to look at everyone and every woman in your life. And that's, your daughters, your nieces, your grandmom, your mom, everybody. I want you all to sort of check each other and look for the double lines. The double lines. Got it? The double lines. Double lines, if you see, I got of course, I can't explain this because I have a turtleneck on right now, but two lines right here. Okay, right there. Upper line, lower line, right in the middle, that's your thyroid. Got it? That's usually when we start to see that band. I see folks on TV all the time, Big B. I'm seeing entertainers and stars. I said, she got a thyroid issue. And sure enough, she got a thyroid issue. Yep, it comes out. But I see it first because the thyroid visual is more accurate than any testing. Because they'll give you the DEXA test. The DEXA test is like, they're trying to look for the DEXA test, which is actually a bone density test. Because the parathyroid is 4 little dots that sit on top of the thyroid to sort of let them know. So they'll say, well, that's the calcium regulators. So if we regulate and see the DEXA test, that can determine if there's an imbalance and whether we need to give you some kind of steroid. But here's the problem. The DEXA test says in small little print in the very bottom says this test may confuse water and fat for bone. Wait a minute. That means it's inconclusive. You got it? So what do? The visual. Remember the ancient concepts of looking at the body where we determine what was going on you is that the body will always tell you what's going on first. So look to see the double lines. Got it? Y'all hear me, ladies? Double line. Men too. It's a little not as prevalent with men, but you're going to see double lines. Usually the thyroid also is triggered by a lot of stress because it's coming from that adrenal glands. Those adrenal glands are firing right off. That's like you got a gear shift in your car and you on the expressway, Big B. You on the expressway and then somebody in the car with you hit the gear shift and go, ah! That's what's happening. That's stress. And that throws off that thyroid. So now your voltage regulator is not functioning with your endocrine system. So I would look at the visual first. That's the first thing we look at. And I can see, I have picked off a lot of folks long before they even were told they had a thyroid. Because sometimes the thyroxine test that they're taking is not going to pick it up.
Right.
But guess what? The visual, I say, yeah, you got a thyroid. You need to go back and check with that. And then sure enough, they go back and oh, yeah, they said you got a thyroid issue. Got it? So keep that in mind, ladies. All right. Y'all hear me on that one? Y'all hear me?
Absolutely. Another way, Dr. Paul, I can detect it is, and Dr. Burton talks about this in his book, low body temperatures.
Yes,
You can
absolutely.
test that way. There's a book called the Hypothyroidism, the undisclosed problem. I think that's the right words, but checking your body temperatures. If you have a thermometer by your bedside, keep it there. First thing when you wake up, before you get up, check your body temperatures for the next 7 days. If they run average and they're below 98, you got a thyroid problem.
That is correct. That's correct. Spot on. Yep. Shout out to Dr. Burton. Yep. That's absolutely spot on. Because what happens is the body, when you're laying in the bed, supposed to be resonating at close to 98.6 temperature. Got it? But if you wake up out of the bed, don't get out. Just take that, like Nitha said, take that thermometer, sit it by your bed, get a pen and pad. And when you take the covers off, you take your temperature right there. Do it for 7 days. Got it? Every 7 days, you do that 7 days in the morning. At the end of the 7 days, add all of them up, divide it by 7. And like Nitha said, if you're lower than 98.6, usually we kind of give you a little bit of room, maybe 96. You got a thyroid imbalance. That's
What
right.
if it's all your life? What if you always had a lower body temperature? If
That means,
mine
yeah.
is 98.6, I'm sick.
Yep.
If
Because that,
I'm sick.
well, a lot of what happens with that has a lot to do with mineral deficiencies. That's what that is. Usually it's a mineral deficiency. Because remember, your body can't resonate unless it resonates at a certain temperature. And the resonant temperatures can't hold that charge unless you got a certain amount of minerals in your body. Got it? So if you don't have enough, there's probably a detox issue there also. So we would have to look at you and have an assessment before we could determine otherwise. But usually that's their voltage regulator. That voltage regulator tells you how you are doing. So 98.6 is where you usually are. If not, it may be a detox issue. Okay. So keep that in mind.
Okay. All right. That is that.
All right. Good question. Good question.
Yes, sir.
That was a good one.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that was
All right,
very
Dr. Paul, we're at 8:50. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen, guys, if we don't get to everybody, please make sure you put your questions in the chat. We got Vaughn, then Decoya, then Tracy, and then Deborah, because she says that says Sydney, but then we know it's Deborah and Michelle. If we don't get to you, please put your questions in the chat. Then I'll make sure that I get that information back to you because I do pass it on to Dr. Paul. Okay, just want you to know that.
Yeah.
All right, Vaughn.
Is that Vaughn?
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Okay.
Is Vaughn there? Going once, going twice. Vaughn,
Decoya, let's go, Decoya. And then we'll come back to Vaughn. Decoya, go ahead.
Okay. Mine is about the detox. I'm doing the detox, Dr. Paul. And I started October 1st. And when I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing it right. Okay, I started October 1st and I felt super tired because I was taking it at lunch and at dinner. And then I got some flu-like symptoms, like I was like maybe a week in, like I had the flu. And then maybe the third week, I was still feeling kind of tired, and I started drinking the green drink with it, and just to get my energy up, and it did get my energy up. The problem is I'm not sure if it's supposed to be loose or hard.
Okay, first go back to, remember, you're trying to reach a desired result. Got it? But remember, if you're doing herbs, especially with detoxes, gotta be spot on with your water. You got it? You gotta be spot on. See, this is where your balancing act happens that nobody can't tell you, or we can't really give you a specific number because everybody's different. Everybody has a level of balance, based on what you're exposed to, how you eat, things that you're exposed, you do on a regular day. So I can only tell you to utilize how you are eliminating. Now, when you're eliminating, remember, you gotta drink water. See, if you're taking all those herbs, specifically from the the colon cleanse. Are you on the parasite or just the colon cleanse right now? Which one?
Just the colon, just the
Right.
colon
Oh,
cleanse.
yeah. You're going to demand, that's going to demand a lot of water. So how much water are you drinking?
Close to my half of my body weight.
Yeah, you got to be spot on though. See, whenever you're doing that, see if you're doing a cleanse, okay, and especially say for instance, you know that this is my body weight in ounces, got it, and you're close to that number. Well, if you're having any other foods outside of that that are dehydrating you, that takes you down even more. Got it?
Oh, okay.
You got
Yeah.
it? So now you really have to really increase your water. That's why when people are doing detoxes and colon cleanses, they try to abstain from doing a lot of that other stuff because it throws your numbers off. You got it? It throws you off because if you're doing detox, still snacking, it's gonna be a problem. You know, and it shows because now the body's like, well, you gave me water, but I need more because I'm detoxing. You got it?
Okay.
So try to increase when you're doing the colon cleanse and parasite, it's increase your water, increase that water. So that means that you don't have to worry about if I have a snack or something like that, it'll compensate for it, you know. But first signs of dehydration are nauseousness. Sometimes you have sort of like nauseousness with the stomach, or sometimes headaches. Got a little headache going on. That's a sign of I got to drink water. So anytime you get that, drink water. That's the first thing you do. All right. Until it goes away. Until it goes away. That's usually what we do. Okay.
Okay. So should I be eating fruits or vegetables, or it don't matter?
Remember, this is all energy. You can't go wrong if you're eating fruits and vegetables. Fruits in the morning, vegetables in the afternoon and evening. That's only going to help you because fruits have what? Water. Okay. So that's going to also help you with the status of what you're doing. It's only going to help you. It's when you start to step outside of that. Anything like refined sugar, refined salts, crackers, cakes, cookies, pies, all that other stuff. That's what's happening. So just try to keep that in balance as much as you can. Drink water.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Nicole.
All right, Nicole, very good.
Good stuff.
All right, let's back up to Vaughn. Vaughn, you there? You back yet? If not, we'll go to Tracy. And I saw Tracy put hers in the chat. But anyway, Tracy, since we're here, come on up and let's get to your question. Tracy? All right, her question is, if you are someone who fasts Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., it's hard to get the alkaline water in before the 7 p.m. Water cutoff time. Is there a strategy to help with this?
Okay, let's back that up again. Say that one more time.
Okay.
I'm
here. Okay, there you are.
Okay, there she is.
How y'all doing? How's everybody?
Just fine,
Tracy. Is that Tracy?
Yes, it's Tracy. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Tracy.
Yeah. Right. So my question is, for somebody that fasts Fridays and Sundays, Fridays 6A to 6P, Sundays 6A to 3P, it's hard to get half my body weight in water drunk before the 7 p.m. because you told us stop drinking at 7 p.m. It's difficult for me to get all that water in before that time.
Okay, so for example, so what you're saying is that the fast that you're doing, okay, does not, if you're leaving from Friday, right, till when now? Till Sunday?
No. Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
And then Sunday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Now,
and I'm not eating or drinking during those time periods.
Right. So here's what I just want to be clear for the family that's listening. The type of fast that you're doing requires you not to drink water. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. That's different. See, some people, based on the fast or whatever you're doing it for, they say that you still can drink water, but you're saying you can't drink water. Now that brings another level based on what of course, it may be for faith purposes or clarity or whatever you're doing. You have to now compensate for that. Okay. So you can't, if you can't do it because of the faith, then you got to do what you got to do. There's no way around it. There's no way around that. See, not everybody has that same level of fasting where some people can now say, I can't have substance, but I can drink water. or that may be the only exception. Okay, so that's
Right.
why you're really at the restraints of your faith that
Right.
you're doing, that you can't do what you're doing. There's nothing that you can do on this side. You just have to get your water in the best way you can.
Okay.
Okay, that's the best way you can do. Because if you're at the restraints of your faith, that this faith says that this is what we do, then that's what you got to follow. Then you have to work around the best way you can.
Okay.
You know, but otherwise, other faiths may say you can drink water. This one says that you can have it this time, nothing with a mother, whatever the restrictions are. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I get you. No, question number 2, hot flashes. How to deal with those?
Yeah, you ain't gonna want to hear this one.
Run around the block. Oh man.
Hot flashes come from lack of water.
Yeah.
That's what it comes from.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. See what happens with the hot flashes, and it's all based on age also. So if you're someone that's cycling and you're no longer cycling, then you're not producing as much estrogen. Okay, so now the body has to balance this. You know, they say, all right, we're not making estrogen, we're not trying to make children no more. So we have this testosterone and this progesterone. We have all these hormones and things going on at the same time. So we got to kind of balance this thing. So that's where the liver takes over. Got it? So the liver has that, but it needs water. That's just that's the truth of the matter right there.
Okay.
So you actually answered both of your questions are both water.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm sorry, Tracy, but that's the truth of the matter.
That's all right. One more thing. Can the red onion tea be considered, or any tea be considered part of the water count? Or does it have to be no?
It has to be water. That's
correct.
It has to be water. Okay.
Can't
green drinks. Big B answered that one. He already know that. He has
been there, done that.
Nothing takes the place of water.
That's right.
Okay. All
No,
right.
not even by accident, let alone
for those that are listening, they're probably saying, well, why? Okay, I want to tell you why. Because remember, when you have something like anything outside of water, the body has to work to get rid of that, to get to the water. So I got to use energy to get energy. You got it? So that's the problem. That's the biggest issue right there. It's got to work. So you want to try to give the body at least amount of work that it has to do to process to get to the real water to help it do what it has to do. That's why.
Got it.
So
thank you.
Okay.
Good
all right. Very
though.
good. Very
See,
good. Very good, Tracy.
3 questions. This water.
Water. All right, Dr. We got Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle Jackson, you there?
Yes.
All
Good
right.
evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening.
How are you all?
Terrific.
Good. I am a 56-year-old Black female going through menopause, and I have a question about bruising. I bruise very easily. I could bump into something just very slightly, and there will be a big old bruise the next day. Sometimes I don't even have to bump into anything. A couple of bruises may just pop up, and I wanted to know what causes that.
Well, it's definitely a deficiency of nutrients. Okay, so you have to now things like vitamin E, vitamin D, all of those have a lot to do with the issue of bruising, swelling, inflammation. You know, some people have more deficiencies than others, but we try to do things like if you bruise very easy, we try to build the immune system up with green drinks. That's what we use. Okay, so the green drinks are going to be the phytonutrients that lead both the land and sea. Got it? Okay. Now you can do things in the meantime, you know, that you can do to help that. So certain types of creams are very good. Some of them are like arnica cream is good. Okay, you ever heard of arnica cream? A-R-N-I.
I have not.
Okay, write this down. It's arnica. We said not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just move with the soul. Arnica, A-R-N-I-C-A. Okay, so you can take these both topical, and it will help you also, you know, if you have the herb itself, can help with bruising, swelling, and inflammation. Okay. Another one is called calendula. I'll spell that for you. CALEND as in David, ULA. Calendula, which, or some may call calendula, but it's really actually calendula.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I came to me.
Calendula.
It's calendula. I say it's not calendula, it's calendula. All right. All right. So that can be taken, like I said, you can buy sometimes comfrey. Comfrey is also another one. That's the last one. Comfrey. COMFREY. Now you can buy the comfrey. If it's anyone that I highly recommend, that's the one right there. Comfrey. Comfrey is one of the highest for bone, joint, ligaments, connective tissue, but very, very good for muscles. So you can buy, there's one called Dr. Christopher's Comfrey ointment. Okay, which is very good for bruises. Very good for bruises. And it also strengthens what we call the, not the elasticity, but the, what is the term we always used to use?
Is it tensile strength?
Magnetism.
Oh,
yes,
Okay.
magnetism. See, when the skin starts to lose its magnetism, that's when you start to get the bruises. Got it? So the magnetism is the male-female principle, which keeps this consistency, that keeps it tight. And it starts to get a little sagging, things like that, then you're going to bruise easy. Got it? Because it's getting real soft. But now you start to reconstitute the magnetism, which is the pull. That's like when somebody's lifting weights. Like, you ever see the guys with the real tight muscles? Well, they got strong magnetism. That means the male-female principle is pulling that thing tight. You got it? And that's what comfrey does. Comfrey was used back in the ancient times of ancient Israelites. They used to use that in battle because you take the comfrey, you take that root and start to chew on it, and it actually gives your magnetism, so it makes your skin tight, ladies. It keeps it tight. And so when they went into battle, you couldn't cut him, Big B. They said, "Boy, I can't cut the boy. He's too smooth."
Too smooth. That's right, man.
Trying to cut him.
Yeah, right,
Couldn't
man.
cut him. So it actually was very good for battle, and it helps with battle wounds. Got it?
Right,
So
right.
that's some of the things that I would use. Those are the ones that we use. So, you know.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Take
All right,
care.
Dr. Paul, before we bounce, there was one more question here. Let me find it. It had to do. That's from
Kidney stone
Jennifer.
question?
From Jennifer. So my 92-year-old grandmother recently had shingles, and now they are dried up. She says they still have pain. What can we do? She do to relieve the pain? And then after that, we bounce. It's time to roll out.
Hey, same things I just gave you. I just gave you the reason right there. Arnica, comfrey. Yep, those are all good. Calendula. Those are all good for things like shingles, especially if it's the post effects of having the shingles, maybe scarring, things like that.
Right.
So that's what you used it for. Yep, that's it.
You can get the comfrey oil, Dr. Paul, and rub on your neck for the ladies or men who neck beginning to wrinkle. Works very well.
Yep, and let's not forget Neatha C. Buckthorn.
I
ain't
was
gonna
gonna
miss
say
that C. Buckthorn.
Every day I use it.
C. Buckthorn. I'm gonna have, y'all can see we got two products here. We got two products. We got Neatha C. Buckthorn and Big B's Beats.
Big Beats, that's it.
Y'all both need to go into business. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Hey, we gotta get our heads together, Neith.
Yes, indeed, Bill.
That's
Dr.
perfect.
Paul, before
Hey,
you
hey,
go,
Dr. Bree, maybe we can do a beat C. Buckthorn. How about that? All right, Dr. Bree, there we are, man.
Prophetess, you had a question?
Yes, somebody has been putting in the chat box since the beginning of the day, asking about recommendations for healing and preventing kidney stones.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Just a
kidney
jazz.
stones. Yep, absolutely. And we know, of course, the first thing I'm going to say is water, right? You got to get the right water. Stay off the concentration. Download on my website the Mastering a Healthy Lifestyle booklet. It's a small guide booklet, about 14 pages. But it talks about everything, top 10 toxic foods you absolutely got to stay away from. Got it? With that, the kidneys, we have a formula. We have several things for the kidneys. Number one would be juniper berries. We say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Things like dandelion root. Got it? Dandelion root. Celery. Okay, celery. Cilantro. Bok choy. Got it? These are all, there's one called stone root. Stone root. See, all of these are going to open up those areas that the kidneys are usually having a problem with, but it's concentration you have to stay away from. Got it? Concentration. That's again the biggest issue. They were pulling people out of dialysis, and after they had passed away, they did they looked and evaluated
Autopsy.
the body. Yep, did the autopsy afterwards, and guess what? Got in there and saw that it wasn't even the kidneys. It was it was the arteries and throughways that lead to the kidneys were dehydrated. Concentration. Concentration.
I'll tell you, man.
Remember, one last thing I want to leave everybody with. Remember, all the food that's in your supermarket and your stores has to stay on the shelf. So the biggest industrial effect is that I got to keep it on the shelf long enough so you can get it. Got it? The more life, the longer it stays on the shelf, the more I can make money. But that stuff is embalming us from the inside out. So stay hydrated. You got to stay hydrated. All right?
All right. Yes, sir, buddy.
All right,
That's it,
Big
man.
B.
Yeah,
Tell what. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey, that was great, buddy.
Good night. Good
I would
class
say,
tonight, Dr.
you
Paul.
know, family, if you have questions more like that, like Big B said, he's going to give you the information so we can actually, how we can participate with the family tree and you can be support with this. Send this to somebody in your family that may need to get this information. It's that important. So Big B, take it away, buddy. Tell them how
Thank you. Let us know about the retreat too.
Yeah. Hey, but don't listen. What you gotta do is what? You gotta send me an email about the retreat so I can pass it on to Dr. Paul.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I got you. I want to make sure you do that. Do what? Just send me to get a copy of tonight's chat. You gotta send me an email to meccavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's meccavideo@gmail.com. All right. To continue to support the family tree, you use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. Again, my Cash App $BILMORGAN. And if you use Zelle through your bank, then that ID number is meccavideo@comcast.net. meccavideo@comcast.net. Or guess what, guys? Get me where? At the P.O. Box. That's Bill Morgan. P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey 08062. Mullica Hill, New Jersey 08062. P.O. Box 191. Hey guys, bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your friends, bring your up there on the family tree. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Big B.
Yeah, man. Always.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Always, man.
Good
yeah, buddy.
Amen.
Hey.
And without a doubt, we gotta thank Providence over there. Thank you, Providence.
Yeah. Thanks, Providence.
Thank you.
Yo. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
I hope everybody got something out of this.
Good night, everybody.
And you know what we say? We say this is the place where, don't hold on to this information.
Yeah.
Share it with your family and your friends. Share it. Big B's gonna put it on post on Facebook, and also we're going to be on YouTube. It's on
That's
YouTube.
right. It's on YouTube. That's right.
So we want to say, without a doubt, I hope y'all got something out of it. Did you learn anything this evening? Y'all?
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Good.
Always.
All right. Be encouraged. We say be encouraged because remember, if you're breathing,
you got a shot. Yeah. Hey.
All right. Take it on up. We got Marcy over there. I see you, Marcy.
He's the tapping police.
I better tap. She got the tap police on me, baby.
Hey.
Tap. Got a good groove now. Come on down. Good. This is little Qigong. Good.
Yeah.
Tap it out.
Yeah. All right.
In the inside.
Yep. All right. Now.
All the way up to the toes, Big B. On the
Now.
outside. All right. Good to see y'all. Good
Good
right
that
there.
now.
And breathe, and breathe. Come on down, come on down. Right there, the thymus. Right back here. Good, good. And breathe, and breathe. Come on, left and right. Tap, 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 tap. All right. Good, good. All right, we're gonna start some breathing now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, good. Good. I see y'all. Breathe in. I see Marcy. Breathe out. We got Lauren in the house. Good, good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good,
Yeah.
I see you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. I want you to lock your fingers a little bit like this. Y'all look your fingers right here. All right. Take them, reverse them, and then raise them up. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And stretch. And stretch. Good. You doing that?
Yeah,
And
buddy.
stretch. Good.
Yeah.
Hold that position. Hold that position. And move over to your
All right.
left.
Now.
Your left.
Your other left. Your other left. Where? Yeah, come on. Your other left. Where? Wow.
To the right, to the right.
You're on the right, you're on the right.
Marcy, you way over there. Good grief, I can't even see you. Bring it up.
Can't even see you no more. What?
Bring it on down. Good. All right. Let's get
All right.
energy.
Now.
Clap. Clap and rub. Clap. Little T-Gun. Little T-Gun. Good. Clap and rub. Clap and rub. Clap and rub. Clap and rub. Clap and rub and stop. And we're going to do an energy bath. Just hold your body. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. See right there. Don't touch yourself. This is the thing. Ooh, big man. You feel that energy, buddy?
Yeah, buddy.
You feel that energy? Yeah. Come on, one more time. Clap and rub. Clap. Clap and rub. Good. Clap. Clap. Got it? See, when you're rubbing that energy, you're rubbing your energy. You get that thing going, right? Clap. Clap. Good. One more time. Clap. And then stop. Right there. Hold it. Move that top one. Keep the bottom one still. You feel that ball. Marcy, is your ball getting bigger? Look at that energy. Take that. Put it on yourself. Bless yourself with good intentions. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing, you got a shot. And thanks for tuning in to the family.
Yep.
All right, let's do the hands out there. Who's the hands out there before we get on out of here? Is that Marcy? Let's see, Marcy. Can y'all stand? Come on.
Yeah,
Come
buddy.
on. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy.
Go, Marcy.
Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy.
Yep.
Oh, she's mixing it up today, baby. She's mixing it up today. She's mixing it up. She's trying to trick me now. She's trying to trick me now. She's throwing stuff at me. I ain't seen this before.
Yeah. Come on, they can't keep up with the hands. Come on.
I can't keep up with Marcy today. I can't keep up with it. She all over the place. She's doing. Oh, she's doing the hug now. Oh man, Marcy. All right, Marcy. She got the hair moving too. Oh man, she got the hair and everything. Marcy, you got your own show. Somebody's bringing down when it's going out of here. It's been fun. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all on the weekend. Thanks again for the shout out. Shout out to NAACP, Barbara Williams.
Yep. Yep. Easy, buddy. Great.